Hello, this is Alyssa with Rice in Japan, and today I'm going to be talking about things I've accidentally bought in Japan. Coffee break. So, this video is going to be pretty casual. I mean, all of my videos are casual. Yeah, I don't know, I was just feeling inspired, but not inspired enough to actually make an outline for this video. So, this is probably going to be pretty unorganized, but that's okay. It's freaking hot. I'm just gonna wear a cami for this video. Sorry if that offends anyone, but it is really freaking hot right now. Why would that offend anyone? I don't know. Let's just move on. So, the first thing that I bought, I'll try to go in chronological order. So, the first thing I accidentally bought in Japan, thinking it was something else, would be this hand milk. So, I was looking for hand soap at my store, and for some reason, I could not distinguish like what any of the soaps were because I don't know, just like the sections didn't make any sense to me. Um, if you've used Google Translate with the Japanese, it's not always very accurate and it's really confusing. So I was going through the grocery aisle with a bunch of soaps trying to figure out where hand soap would be. I mean, there's no English except this, which said hand milk. And I was like, oh, hand milk. Maybe that's like weird Japanglish. Japanglish? Yeah, Japanglish? Yeah, Japanglish. I was like, maybe that's weird Japanglish for like hand soap. So I bought it thinking, I was like, yeah, what else would it be, right? No. So I don't even know how to describe what this is. Actually, let me read this really fast to make sure I'm getting it right. Yeah. So, okay. So it says, after you wash your hands, but before you dry your hands, you put this onto your hands, and it's supposed to keep your hands moisturized. So it's like lotion, hand lotion for wet hands. I don't know. It's not hand soap, and I found that out really fast when I tried to use it, and it just didn't feel right. And then I looked at the instructions, did some more translating, and realized it's not hand soap. And actually, the purpose it's supposed to be used for, I don't know, maybe I'm using it wrong, but, like I said, you're supposed to use it whenever your hand is wet, after you wash your hands. You're supposed to put it on, rub it around, and then it's supposed to keep your hands moisturized. But even when my hands were wet and I used it, it was like sticky. So I don't know if I'm using it wrong or if it's just supposed to feel like that. I don't like it. I don't know what to do with it. I'm probably just gonna throw it out. But I hate throwing things out. So actually, I'm probably just gonna leave it in my apartment forever and never use it. So yeah, that's number one. That's the first thing I accidentally bought. And I still don't know what the Japanese is for hand soap. But I did find one bottle in my convenience store that had like hando sopu or something like that in katakana, which is like for loan words. So I could read that. So I just bought that. I just bought convenience store hand soap, which is fine. Probably a little more expensive than what I could get at the store, but whatever. Yeah, so that's the first thing I accidentally bought, and it was so confusing to me. I was like, geez, if I'm just buying hand soap wrong, there's gonna be so many other things that I buy wrong. Okay, so the second one that I bought that was wrong Now, this was just kind of stupidity on my part because it literally has the English of bugs. Um, it literally has the English of like what it is on the thing. But so I was trying to find laundry detergent and I was kind of like in a hurry. I didn't have long to be at the store. So I just grabbed this, and yes, it says fragrance on there. It's like fabric freshener. It's not laundry detergent. And then I went to do my laundry and I opened it and I looked at it and I was like, well, I can't do my laundry now. Which was really annoying because I didn't have a lot of time. But yeah, the good thing that came out of this though was I've never used like fabric freshener or fabric fragrance or whatever you want to call this. But I actually really like it. It smells really nice and it keeps my clothes smelling nice for longer. So I actually do use it whenever I do my laundry. So I guess something good came out of that. Yeah, but I will say, when you're in a hurry and you're shopping and everything is in a language you barely understand, it's stressful. I've gotten used to it now, but in the beginning, it was like any one thing I wanted to buy was so hard to find. Everything. Don't even get me started on how long it took me to find where the peanut butter is in my grocery store. And not only that, the only peanut butter I have, or they have in the grocery store, is Skippy, which there's nothing wrong with Skippy. I just grew up on Jif, and I wanted Jif. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. I constantly have some peanut butter nearby because I'm a complete slob and I just like stick my fingers in there and eat it randomly. So, yeah. Skippy's fine though. It's whatever. Okay. So, next one. So, some background. Japan does not have a lot of spicy food. And at a lot of restaurants, foods that Japanese restaurants advertise as spicy are not always actually spicy. So, when in doubt here, it kind of seems like you should go more spicy than you normally would, at least compared to America, which is really interesting because I never considered American food to have like any spice, which it doesn't. But whenever things are advertised as spicy, it usually does have like at least a little kick to it, depending on where you go. But Japan, no. Unless you're buying like a Korean product in Japan, like there are a lot of Korean products sold in Japan that actually have some spice to them. But yeah, if you're buying Japanese products, odds are it's not going to be spicy. So I was looking for something like spicy to put in my food at the grocery store. And a lot of things were advertised as spicy, but like I didn't really believe that it was going to be that spicy. And then I saw this. And I was like, well, if anything's going to be spicy, it's going to be this. And I was right. It's ridiculously spicy. Way too spicy to put in like literally anything. Actually, it's been a long time since I bought this. Yeah. I don't actually know like what's in here. Yeah, no, that's way too much. And also it's like a sharp spice like right on your tongue, whereas I prefer kind of like more of a build up spice, kind of, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, this is way too spicy for me to put in anything, because like just the tiniest powder of it is like so much. Like, it's burning my tongue right now. Maybe there's some people who recognize this and they're gonna be like, that's like so mild, blah 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 blah. Whatever. Too spicy for me. What else? Oh, okay. So I don't have this on me. I haven't been able to find it since I bought it like one time. But the next thing I accidentally bought. So I'm trying to think what I thought it was. I thought I was buying chocolate pudding, I think. Or maybe I thought it was coffee jelly. I'm not sure what I thought it was. Hold on, coffee break. What was I saying? Pudding. So I either thought it was pudding or I thought it was coffee jelly. I don't remember which. But it was a dark brown color and it was a sweet and it looked really good and I bought it. And I opened it up and I put my spoon in and I was like, huh, that's a weird consistency. I think I did think it was coffee jelly because it was like kind of a gelatiny texture and I was like, you know. But it was still a little bit of a weird looking texture and I was like, whatever. And I put this big spoonful in my mouth and I was like, yeah, this is not what I thought it was. It was gritty. It was, if any of you have had like red bean stuff, it's that. So what I had actually bought was some, oh, the spice is hitting the back of my throat now. But what I had actually bought was this red bean sweetened jelly. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but yeah, and I haven't seen it since. I don't know what it was, but yeah, what I thought was, I'm pretty sure what I thought was coffee jelly, was actually like red bean jelly, and once I got past the fact that it wasn't what I thought I was, what I thought it was, I was fine. But it's just the fact that I was expecting coffee jelly and I put this gigantic mouthful in my mouth and it wasn't, was not cool and is a terrible experience. So yeah. And it was okay, but I wouldn't say I would eat it again. For people who haven't had red bean stuff, whenever it's sweetened, it's a bit reminiscent of chocolate, a little bit. But the biggest problem with red bean I have is the texture. Sometimes it's like really mashed and ground so fine that it just tastes like chocolate, to me anyway. So that's great. But a lot of times it still has like little gritty pieces of the bean in there. And I'm not a fan of the texture. So, yeah, red bean flavor-wise is pretty good. So, but if you're a texture person, you might struggle with it a little bit. Especially if you think it's something else. That might be it. I don't know. I'm thinking surely there must have been something else. I feel like I've accidentally bought a lot of the wrong thing. Oh, I have one more thing that I accidentally bought. Well, one more, I guess, semi-interesting thing. I've bought a lot of the wrong kinds of foods, to be honest. Like chips. I'll buy them thinking that they're just regular flavor because that's what they look like. And then it'll end up being some weird flavor. Like I've had chicken consomme is what it's called, I think. Flavored chips. It's really popular here for some reason. And it doesn't taste bad. I just accidentally buy it thinking it's something else. And I can read it on the bag. I'm just lazy, is literally what it is. But another thing that I accidentally bought that just absolutely ruined everything because I was so excited. So in Japanese grocery stores, they have these like ready-made hot side dishes. So one dish that I really really like that they sell there is like seasoned potatoes. They have seasoned potatoes, and I really really love them. I don't think there's anything that special about them. I think they just have like rosemary and salt and their potato wedges. But I'm lazy, so instead of making them myself, I buy them at the grocery store. So I saw some potato wedges at the grocery store, and I'm like, oh, the perfect side dish to go with my supper. It was like after work. I didn't want to cook. That sounded like a lot of work. So I bought some kind of main dish. I don't remember. And then I bought those potatoes. And I saved the potatoes for last. And I get to the potatoes, and, I take like a big bite of the potato. And so disappointing and weird. They were potato wedges, but they were like candied. Uh, I don't know how to describe it, but it was not great. So it had like a hard candy coating, and it was like crunchy. But yeah, you know what I mean. Just like anything candied, it has that hard candy sweet shell. And that's what it had. And I was so, so disappointed. And it tasted fine, I guess. I mean, I still ate all of them. But like the whole time I was eating them, I was just like so depressed. I was like, me, man, you know? But yeah, those are some of the many things I've accidentally bought in Japan, thinking they were something else. Looking back on it now, I realize most of it wasn't even the language barrier. Most of it was just laziness on my part. So there is that. Not to mention all of the many things I've ordered at restaurants that I thought I knew what they were, but I did not. I could probably make a separate video on that. So, if you want it, I'll make it. I don't know. Probably just make it because I feel like it. But yeah, that's everything. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content. I kind of just upload whenever. So, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching. Matane.